So I get about 3 to 4 calls a week now, and not all of them are winners, but those are like, oh, how much? Oh, no, thanks. But we literally are making sales in the thousands every single week now because of Google, because of the ranking, I think, on Google. Right. It's been a huge game changer, man. Huge. So yeah, we just had a hotel call us up. We went down there. It's an emergency call, probably a $2,500 job. And now it's led into a $9,000 to $10,000 estimate that we're waiting for the okay. And that was simply from going with you. I mean, look at the ROI. It's just insanity. We had some baseboard heaters. We had a jacuzzi install. Everything's got to be probably $2,000 average ticket. I'd say that's probably the right number. $1,800 to about $2,400 is our average ticket for a one-day project. Oh my gosh, that's another thing we didn't talk about. Not only slow season, this is the dead season. We're dead of winter. You know, we shouldn't be getting any calls, and yet we are. You can see the phone ringing nonstop when we're just trying to make this video. I'm going to tell you right now, 8 out of 10, and I say 8 out of 10 because, you know, my paper marketing stuff's kicking in. That's the stuff I do on my end. But really, it's the raw phone calls that are coming in. It literally is from Google. That's why it was so important for me to hire you and get you up and running, whatever you needed, so I can get listed. And, you know, listen, 4 or 5 months in, we're running our second van. We're about to put our third van on in spring. And literally, I couldn't do that if I didn't get my Google listing correct.
Okay, so that was Jeff, the 360 Electrician. If you have not seen his content over on YouTube, go check that out. I'll also put a link to his YouTube channel in the description below. But what happened was Jeff moved from California over to Montana, and he opened up a brand new business and wanted me to help him out with his website and his Google ranking. And it's pretty competitive over here. I mean, we got 40 or 50 guys that have been entrenched over here in this local economy for years. Some of them been around for 25, 30 years. So very competitive, but we had a plan. And what I wanted to do was record everything step by step so I could build a course and share it with service business contractors. And so that's what I did, and that's what this video is all about. I'm going to take you guys step by step and show you exactly how I got ranked Jeff #2 in 4 months. So grab a pen and paper, take some notes. This is going to be fast, this is going to be real, this is going to be raw, and heads up, at the end of this video, I am going to sell you guys something. I'm going to try to sell you something very powerful that's going to be very valuable to your business, and it's going to be very affordable. But even if you don't buy anything from me, this video is going to give you everything you need from ranking nowhere on Google to the very top, but you have to do everything I say in the order that I tell you. Okay, let's get started right now. Okay, so the first thing we did for Jeff is we built him a fully optimized website. So let's check this out. Okay, so let's take a look at Jeff's website, okay? Now, you can't just have any old website and expect Google to rank it, okay? That's where a lot of people get stuck. They go out there and they build a website and they make it look nice and they think they're good to go, okay? It takes much more than that. A fully optimized website is very important, and I'm going to hit some of the highlights here, but at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a chance to go very deep and learn exactly what it means to have a fully optimized website. But let's hit the highlights real quick. First of all, you need to have a logo. You need to have something identifiable. Google wants to see a brand. They want to see you identify your business with a specialized logo. So if you don't have a real logo, okay, you need to go out and have a graphic designer or a company make a logo for you. And it doesn't have to be extremely expensive, but the better your logo is, the better off you're gonna be. And not just for Google, but you wanna have something very identifiable. So here's Jeff's logo, the 360 Electrician, and you can see this is very identifiable. He's got it here, he's got it on his truck, he's got it on all the shirts here, he's got it on the hats, okay? Very important. You wanna be able to put this on all of your branding, okay? And Google can see that when they look at your photos, which we're going to get into shortly. So some of the things we look at when we're building out the website is, number one, we want to have at least a 10-page website. That's what I recommend. You have at least 10 pages. Don't have a thin, flimsy little website with 2 or 3 pages, okay? A lot of people make that mistake and they think they're good to go. No, if you're ranking in a competitive area, don't expect to have what I call a flimsy website, okay? Get something robust. Now look, Jeff has services for all these different, all these main services that he wants to promote: EV chargers, solar panels, smart home systems. He has a separate page for each one of these main services, and we're going to start adding to this. We're actually going to have 15 or 20 extra services later on, but this is a good place to get started, okay? And then he's got a fully fleshed out About Us page, very important for Google, okay? He talks about his business. He even has a separate bio for each one of his team members, each one of his technicians. The About Us page is very important. A Contact Us page. He even has a page for his different service areas. Another very important page so Google can see all the different areas that you service, okay? You probably don't just service the one small little service city that you're located. You probably service a large area with multiple cities, counties, zip codes, etc. Have a page dedicated to all the different services, the service areas that you service. Another thing you want to do on your website is make it personal. Do not fill your website up with stock generic pictures. Make sure you have pictures of you. If you're a one-man show, have pictures of yourself. Have pictures of yourself with your uniform, your hat. Once again, branding. Make sure your logo is visible. Make sure you have your truck. Jeff doesn't have full graphics on his vehicle yet, so he got a magnet from Vistaprint, okay? $50. You get yourself a magnet. He can take it on and off. Once he gets his graphics on there, we're going to get new photos. But once again, he's got lots of personalized photos with his techs actually doing work. These are pictures that he took. I actually went and took this picture. And I have another video that's going to be coming out on exactly how I took this picture, how I got everybody to stand. Very easy. I did it with a cell phone. We did not have to hire a professional photographer. It was very simple, very easy. Another thing you want to have are frequently asked questions. Google loves to see frequently asked questions on the home page or a separate frequently asked questions page on your website. Once again, another picture of a technician. There's Joseph doing some work. You want to show actual work being done in these photos as well. And another thing is you want to have a lot of words, a lot of content on your pages. At least 500 to 1,000 words on the home page and each one of these service pages as well. A lot of times I'll see maybe 50 to 100 words on the home page. Google wants to see words on the page. They want to see text. It's called authority. Google wants to see that you are an authority in your town on your subject, on the service that you provide. So lots of words. And they also want to see that you're talking about the service you provide. So we use words like electrician. We also use words like electrical. We also use words like Missoula because that is the service area that we are servicing. Okay? So lots of different things that we are using to optimize this website that most people ignore when they are building a website. Even a lot of web designers that build big, beautiful websites ignore all these subtle little things when they are creating a website. They are ignoring all the optimization factors, okay? And like I said, stay tuned to the end of this video. I'm going to go a lot deeper into this kind of stuff and give you resources where you can go to take this to the next level and show you how you can watch over my shoulder how I optimize this website fully. Step 2, your address. This is a huge ranking factor. In fact, besides the website, this is probably the most important ranking factor, and a lot of you guys are going to gloss over this. You're going to almost ignore me on this, but those of you that pay attention to this, you're going to have a huge advantage over your competition. Okay, the address is huge. Let me tell you what happened with Jeff, okay? Jeff wanted to rank in Missoula, Montana. Very competitive over here in Missoula, Montana. Even though there's only about 100,000 people over here, we still have 40, 50 electrical contractors that are vying for those top 3 spots on Google. Okay, but Jeff's address was over in Florence, Montana, a small town. Okay, and so Jeff wants to rank in Missoula, but his home address is in Florence. I said, Jeff, if you register your home address, like most people want to do, okay, you're never going to rank in Missoula. You have to have a Missoula address to rank in Missoula. And the closer your address is to the center of Missoula, the better chance you're going to have to rank and the faster you're going to rank. Okay? So I found an office, a commercial office. Yes, you have to actually spend money and rent a commercial office. Jeff did not like the idea of spending $400 a month renting a commercial office. That's $400 a month. That's actual money you have to spend. You have to sign a lease. He's like, I'm not going to use that office. Okay? I'm like, Jeff, it's an investment. Okay? And he argued with me. He fought me on this for over a month, but he finally buckled and he decided, yes, Joe, I do want to rank in Missoula. Okay? I don't want to rank in Florence, which only has about 3,000 or 4,000 people. I want to rank in Missoula because that's where the money is. Okay. So he decided to rent this office. We got a sign. We put it on the door. We got a desk. We got a computer. And we decked it out. Okay? Fully furnished office. Okay? Ready to go. Okay? And we did a video verification, which I have a whole nother section on that. Just stay till the end of the video. You'll learn all about that, okay? About the video verification. But we got it verified with Google, okay? And that was the key to ranking in Missoula, was to get this commercial office. No P.O. box, no UPS box, no virtual office. Forget all the games. Do not try to scam Google. Do not try to trick Google. Those days are over, okay? Maybe your friends have done it. Maybe you've done it in the past. Those days are over. If you want to do it, you have to actually have a legit residential office or commercial office. I'm telling you guys, you have to spend the money, or you have to have a friend or family member that will let you use an official address. Okay? It's that important. I'm going to hammer that home. And if you don't listen to me, you're going to get in big trouble, and you could set yourself back months, or you could really mess up your business permanently. I'm telling you, it's that important these days, okay, in 2024, okay? I'm telling you, we are working with clients that have really caused themselves problems and set themselves back months and months and months. And they are in hot water with Google, and it's hard to get out of that hot water, okay? So write that down. And if you have issues and you want to talk about it, fine. Email me, Joe at Big West Marketing. But I'm telling you guys, the address is that important, okay? Website optimization and address. First two steps here, they are that important. Hopefully your business is legal in your state and you have registered your business with your state. If you're in Canada, you'll register it with your province. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but you will need to legally register your business, and Google will actually be able to view this, okay? So, for example, Jeff registered with the Montana Secretary of State, and anybody can legally go and view this stuff, including Google. So, for example, Montana Secretary of State, we can go and view this. 360 Electric. This is just an example. So we can go and view that, and you want to make sure that the address that you have registered with Google, or that you're going to register with Google, okay, matches the Secretary of State, okay? So that's why I was making such a big deal about getting the correct address, whether it's a residential address or it's a commercial office like Jeff did, okay, in the city that you want to rank in, okay? So if you want to rank in Kansas City, Missouri, you better register your address in Kansas City, Missouri. If your address is in a suburb of Kansas City, you're going to rank in that suburb. You're not going to rank in Kansas City. I don't care if when you set up your Google account, if you say you service Kansas City, if you're physically registered in Overland Park, then you're going to rank in Overland Park, okay? That's just the way it works. I'm not saying it's fair, okay? I'm just saying that's how it's set up. That's how Google has it set up, okay? So I hope this is making sense. I hope this is hitting home, because so many people don't understand this, okay? Even marketing companies, web design companies, even SEO companies, okay, don't understand this, or they don't fully explain it to their clients. Okay, so I hope this is hitting home, and it's just the way it works, especially with service business companies. Okay, you guys need to fully digest this and understand this. All right, step 4. Let's talk about photos. Photos have become such a powerful way to rank on Google and get verified on Google. All you need is a smartphone. Okay, we're not talking about hiring a photographer. You can do that too if you want. What I'm talking about is pulling out your handy dandy smartphone here and snapping some decent photos, okay? So, why are photos so important? So many service businesses have tried to scam Google in different ways, tried to fake business information different ways, and Google is saying it's really hard to use photos to scam Google. Okay, so all you gotta do, pull out your phone, get a hat, get a shirt that has your logo on it, okay, and start taking pictures. Grab tools, okay, tools of your trade, whatever that may be, okay, and take pictures of yourself actually doing work. Take pictures of your text doing work, and if you can have your logo show up in those pictures, then even better. If you can have pictures of your van with your graphics on it, with your phone number showing, even better. Okay, these are the kind of photos that Google wants to see because it shows that you are doing the work that you claim you're doing. So if you're an electrician, okay, and you've got tools of the trade, pliers, wires, supplies, and you also showing your logo on your shirt, your hat, and everything, then you're good to go. Okay, that's how easy it can be. Okay, Google just wants you to prove that you are doing what you say you do. That's it. Okay, these don't have to be. Most people make it way harder than it has to be. Okay, and you only have to upload these photos once in a while. Okay, and you get some decent photos for your website. Okay, let's look at Jeff's website again real quick. Okay. When Jeff was at a home show, just doing a little promotion stuff, and he's like, hey, I got all my crew here. They all got their shirts and hats and everything. I got my van at the home show. Can you run down and take some pictures? I drove, 30 minutes away, got everybody outside for 5 minutes. I took 10 photos. This is the best one I found. We threw it on the website, and I did it with my iPhone 12. Okay? It wasn't a big deal. Okay, and that's the best one that my web designer pulled out of my phone and threw on the website. Okay, it doesn't have to be a big deal. The About Us page, guess what? That was done with my phone. These were all done with an iPhone. We just used Canva to cut out the background. Okay, you don't have to make a big deal about this. These can all be done with phones. You don't need a professional photographer. You can get a professional photographer. Okay, you can spend $150 on a professional photographer, but most of this stuff can be done with iPhones, okay, or with a smartphone. You just need to have real photos. What I'm saying is don't use stock photos, don't pull photos that you find from the internet. Google wants to see real photos. Okay, it's very important for ranking on Google. And also, let's look at Jeff's Google page as well. There it is, that Google even posted that photo on there. But we upload photos once a month or so, and these are all, photos that Jeff and his crew or myself have taken on the job. Look at these. With a phone. And then we just throw them up with, there's me and Jeff at the home show. And look, tools. Google can actually see that is a drill. Okay? Google can actually make out that is Jeff's logo. Google can see that is a saw. Google can see that logo on Jeff's shirt right there. Google can make it out, that logo. Google can make out that is an electrical panel. Google can make out the logo on Joseph's shirt there. And Google uses this to rank, okay? This isn't the number one ranking factor, but it's one of many ranking factors that Google uses when it decides, okay? And I'm going to go much deeper on this later on, so stay tuned. Step 5, let's talk about directories. Now, this gets hairy because you have all these companies saying they're still talking about citations. I absolutely hate the word citations because 5 years ago, maybe even more, there was this thing where, you go out and you get 50, 60, 100, 200 of these citations. They say you need to have, your website and your business listed in like all these different directories and the yellow pages and yext.com, like all these crazy different, and that's how you rank on Google, and it's all BS, okay? It used to be a thing, but literally 5, 6, 7 years ago, Google did away with all that. It's all BS now, but there's still all these companies trying to sell you this stuff. and it's all BS. It doesn't hurt you to be in there, okay? It doesn't hurt you, okay? But you don't need it any longer. We used to do that when it worked. But we go to these conferences and all of these top SEO agencies laugh at all of these scammy companies that are still out there trying to sell you. You probably get calls every day from these companies trying to sell you this stuff. It's BS, okay? Don't pay for that stuff. People are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on that scam. It's a scam. Do not fall for that, okay? Really, all you need are just a handful that Google really cares about. Number one is the Secretary of State. If you want to call that a directory citation, that's the number one that you need to be worried about. You need to have the correct information there. You need to have your business name and your address correctly listed in your Secretary of State or the legal entity or the legal website that lists your business information. Okay, that's number one. Number two, surprisingly, they respect Yelp, even though you probably absolutely despise Yelp. Okay, Yelp is actually something that Google respects. Have your correct business information in Yelp. Number two, Facebook business page. Have your correct information listed in Facebook. We went out and we got Jeff, before we even set up his Google account, we got Yelp and we got Facebook set up. And by the way, Yelp requires that you have real photos on your website, not stock photos. They'll actually go and check your website to make sure you have your real photos listed on there. And if you don't, they're going to check your Secretary of State and they want to see an actual business license. Okay? So, and I think that's why Google respects Yelp, is because Yelp has these checks. Okay? They don't just let you just open up an account. And I'm talking about the free Yelp account, not the paid one. So don't pay for the Yelp account. Get a free Yelp account. Okay? Get your free Facebook business account. And then a couple other things that we're seeing that Google respects is a Nextdoor account, surprisingly, okay? And then your free Better Business Bureau listing, okay? So those are the ones that Google looks at, those 5, okay? Do not go and think that you need to blanket the internet with a bunch of BS listings. Step 6, now we finally get Jeff listed in Google. Notice I did all this other stuff before I ever set up Jeff's Google account. This is very important, okay? Now, if you already got your stuff set up in Google, no problem. But look at all the stuff I did to get my ducks in a row before I ever even touched Jeff's Google account. I got Jeff set up in Yelp and Facebook, Secretary of State, fully optimized his website, did everything before I ever even touched Google. And if you're getting ready to, let's say, move your address, change your business name, make sure you do all this other stuff step by step in the order that I'm doing it before you ever touch Google. Google is always the last thing you want to do. Okay? Google is the most touchy. The last thing you want to do is get anything suspended with Google. Okay, Google likes to see that everything else on the internet is done first before you ever do anything with Google. That's very important. That's the number one lesson you can take away from this video. If you take anything else away, take that away. Change everything else first, okay? And try to do it in the order that I gave you. That's why I'm giving you a step by step. Okay, so when it comes to filling out your Google business profile, they do a great job of, taking you through this process. But the main thing I want to say with this is take your time and fill it out as completely as possible, okay? So when they ask for business hours, give them your business hours. When they ask you to give a description of your business, fill that out as completely as possible. Don't just put like 3 words, okay? Fill that out as completely as possible. If they give you a certain amount of characters to fill it out as completely as possible. Okay, you want that business profile to have as much information as possible. That's what Google wants to see. Google wants to see you give them as much information as possible. That's the biggest mistake I see. Okay, they're gonna ask you to upload photos. Okay, upload 20, 30 photos, okay? If you don't have them, if you don't have the photos yet, then make sure you go back as soon as possible and give them a significant amount of photos, 20 or 30. You're looking for a number, 20 or 30 to start out with, and then add photos continuously every week, after that, every month. So make sure you add something in for every question that they ask. Okay, that's my advice when it comes to filling out the profile. And I got a lot more, advice at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that as well. Now, there is going to be a section that you come to when it comes to verifying your Google Business Profile. And 9 out of 10 times these days, they are going to ask you to do a video verification. So in the past, typically what they would do is for a verification, they would just send a postcard to your address. And on that postcard, there'd be a little code. And then you'd enter that code into your profile and you'd be verified, okay? Those days are almost gone. Once in a while, they'll still do that. But most of the time now, they're going to ask you to pull out your phone and you're going to have to step outside, videotape the street sign, walk up to your front door, get your address, walk inside, videotape the inside of your office space, and then they may even ask for a utility bill with your business name and address. But once again, at this end of this video, I'm going to give you an amazing resource, to go through this process and everything involved over the shoulder. I'll get into that. Stay tuned. Now, step 7. Let's talk about Google reviews. Okay. Google reviews are very difficult to get. First of all, if you've been doing this game for any amount of time, you ask for Google reviews and maybe 1 out of 4, maybe 1 out of 5 people that say they're going to leave a review actually do, even if they love the work that you've done. So just be mentally prepared for that. You are going to have to ask for reviews. You're going to have to email people the links. You're going to have to text people the links. You're going to have to step them through how to find the little link thing in your program. Maybe you can use software such as, if you're using like a CRM or field software such as House Call Pro or Jobber or Field Pulse, which I'm a big fan of. I've got a link on my website if you want to check them out. They have some automation where they will automatically send emails and follow up to ask people for reviews. However you do it, you need to make review acquisition a major part of your business. Reviews make or break businesses, okay? And if you're a new business, you better hustle. You better hustle and get those reviews. But I'm going to tell you right now that the first 10 reviews are the most important, okay? Google will not take you serious until you get your first 10 reviews. Jeff did not even get into the top 10. Okay, he hit the number 8 spot when he got those first 10 reviews. Okay, luckily, Jeff is a great client and he hustled and he had his guys hustle and they went out and got their first 10 reviews in literally the first month that we were working together. And that's very rare. For most of my clients do not. I have clients that I've been with for a year who still have not gotten their first 10 reviews. And it frustrates me because there's nothing I can do about that. But Jeff, let's see, he's got 29 reviews. Last week he only had 27. So, luckily Jeff goes out there and he hustles and he gets reviews. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a brand new business, you better go out there and get your first 10 reviews. I've got lots of videos and I've got lots of tips on how to get your reviews. Let me show you how to get the review link real quick. Once you log into your account, so make sure you are logged into your Gmail account, the one that you set your business up with, and you'll see this little panel here once you type in your business name on Google. And you click this little down arrow and you'll see ask for reviews here. You click on that and you'll get this little link here, and you can copy this little link here, and you can email that or you can text this little link to your customers. Okay, and when they click on that, as long as they're logged into their Gmail, then they can leave you reviews. Step number 8: backlinks. This can be very confusing to people, and it can seem kind of like a technical thing that you'll never be able to do. But it's not that difficult. What is a backlink? So all a backlink is whenever you click on a picture or some text, and it links over to another website, just like that. You saw this link right here. I clicked on that, and it linked over here to this website, okay, all that's a backlink, okay, that's all it is. When Google sees a link from one website over to another, okay, they see that as a signal that there's something important over there on that website. And when they see that there's something important over there on that website, they're like, okay, that's like a vote. That's a vote that website is good, okay? And when they see that there is a vote for that website, then that pushes that website up in the rankings, okay? So the more backlinks that you have from reputable website, or what Google considers reputable websites, over to your website, the higher your website goes up in the rankings. When you can get backlinks from websites in your town that Google thinks are reputable, okay, then your website will go up, okay? And they don't actually only have to be from your town, but they can be from your industry. So if you can get, for example, if there are businesses in your city that you've done work for, that you know love you, and you can get them to put links on their websites and link over to you and say, hey, this website's great, this business is great, that's going to be a backlink for you. One of the best ones that I know is the Chamber of Commerce. If you're associated with the Chamber of Commerce, or you're part of the Chamber of Commerce in your city, okay? If you're part of the Chamber of Commerce, yes, I know it probably costs money. Okay, probably costs several $100s a year to be part of the Chamber of Commerce, then you've probably got a backlink from their website. That's a very powerful backlink that's helping your SEO, and you may not have even known it, okay? So that's an example of a very powerful backlink, okay? What if you have like a real estate agent that refers you business or has referred you business in the past? Ask them for a backlink. Say, hey, would you mind putting a link from your website over to my website? Okay, that's an example of a backlink. What if you donate to a charity, okay, in your town? Would they be willing to put a link from their website to your website? That's a powerful backlink. Google loves nonprofits. These are examples of backlinks, okay? The way we do backlinks is we own a lot of high authority blogs that have to do with the service industry, and that's how we generate backlinks for our clients. Okay, we create articles that have to do with the service industry from websites that we've purchased and built up over the years. Okay, we've got, 50 or 60 of these websites that we built up over the years, and that's how we generate backlinks for our clients. Okay, there's lots of ways to do it. There's lots of wrong ways to do it too. That can actually hurt your website, but that's how we do it for our clients. And but you can do it for yourself. Okay, it takes a little footwork. Okay, you actually have to put some effort out there to do it. But those are just some ideas, and I've got lots more ideas. There's lots of ways to do it. You got to be creative. Like I said, you got to put in a little work. But backlinks are another way to put turbo boosters on your website and get Google to push your business up in the rank. That's kind of like the final step. After you've done everything else, you can start pushing your website up using those backlinks. Okay, so in the last 30 minutes, I gave you a ton of information and you may be feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to give you an extra helping hand. So I want to introduce you to a program that my friend Mike Mancini and I created called Service Marketing Simplified. And the name describes it all. This is something that we created to help simplify marketing specifically for contractors and service business owners. So what we did is we broke it down to the things that actually work, the things that actually get an ROI for you guys. And on top of that, we made it super affordable, okay? We made it so that if you get one job per month off the stuff that we created here, you're gonna pay for it easily, okay? So let's jump over to my screen real quick. So when you get stuck on anything marketing related, you're gonna be able to come in here and ask either Mike and I questions or anybody in the community, okay? And when you come over here to the classroom section, this is where you're gonna get the training. So all the stuff that you just learned here in this video is gonna be broken down into very detailed over-the-shoulder training over here in the Google Business Profile section. And get everything broken down into screenshots, step by step, how I did everything, exactly how I filled out the Google Business Profile for Jeff. And I mean a granular step by step. So you can see every little thing that I filled out for Jeff, every picture that I uploaded. And like I said, I videotaped everything I did for Jeff step by step from day one. Several times per month we have live webinars and live Q&As where where you can jump on and ask questions live with Mike and myself. Or you have free access to email us. Or you can jump in here and ask questions to the community where Mike and I are in here every day. Or other community members can be answering their questions. If they run into your problem as well, they can chime in as well. You always have a helping hand, okay? So that's the magic of Service Marketing Simplified, okay? Somebody always has your back. But in addition to that, you also have Mike's Google Ads trainings. Mike's been doing Google Ads for Service Guys for over 12 years. He's got all kinds of PDFs, checklists, and once again, he goes deep. He's got, 40 videos he takes, and all these videos are easy to digest. We're talking 5-10 minutes each, okay? These are not big, complicated videos. He breaks it down into simple language, so you don't have to be a tech genius to get through this stuff. This is easy to digest. You can waste thousands of dollars hiring somebody or making mistakes on your own, or you can come in here and get this broken down for you in plain English. This is like a shortcut. If you want to do it right and you want to avoid all the mistakes, come in here and take Mike's training. And like I said, if you get stuck, he's there for you. He'll answer you the same day. Like I said, this is gold, guys. This will save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Super affordable. You get one job a month out of this, it's paid for. And in addition to that, you get local SEO training. Like I said, you get the email marketing. We also have all kinds of offline marketing. These are tips and tricks of offline marketing that we've gathered over the years from other business owners, stuff we did when I had my cleaning business. Mike had a lawn and landscaping business, stuff that we've gotten from other industry experts that actually work, stuff that we've gathered, tips and tricks. I think there's over 10 different marketing tactics that we've gathered. We've put in video format here, so you can take that. This alone can make you thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Like I said, this stuff is gold, and we're adding to this every month. We have ongoing online live trainings every single month. And anytime Google makes changes, whether it be with the Google Business Profile, with local SEO, with Google Ads, guess who's gonna know about it first? You guys, because you're part of the community. So take advantage of this. Okay, so real quick, before I talk about the price, let's review what you get. Number one, you get optimized Google Business Profile training, you get the SEO Mastery training, you get the Google Ads Demystified, you get the email templates, you get free ongoing live webinars, you get free Q&A Zoom calls, you get free email access to Mike and myself, you get the free community chat access, okay? You get all of that. How much do you think you'd pay for that? $1,000 a month? $500 a month? No. So in the future, we are going to be charging $200 a month. But as of the making of this video, I can't guarantee how long this price is going to last. But right now, as of making this video, we are only charging $97 a month. So our goal is for you to make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month based on everything you get from this video. That is our goal. $5,000 to $10,000 a month, in addition to what you're already making from the training that we give you. And we think if you follow the guidelines and actually take action, you should be making an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month in extra revenue. But all we're charging is $97 a month. If you can get one job a month, it'll more than pay for that. Regardless of what industry you're in, if you're in the cleaning industry, you should easily be able to pay for that. If you're an electrical contractor, easily be able to pay for that. If you're in HVAC, you should easily be able to pay $97 a month. And if you take action and if you show up for the webinars, you should easily be able to make this payment of $97 a month. So all you need to do is click on the link below or go over to servicemarketingsimplified.com, sign up, and once again, once you get in there, all you need to do is introduce yourself and start watching the videos, whatever applies to you. And if you don't know where to start, we have a handy dandy little calendar section where you can follow a 30-day program and start watching the videos in order. Okay, we've got Mike set up a really nice little system where you can follow a 30-day system and start going from day one. Very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly. That's how Mike set this up. You get all of this stuff for $97 a month. Once again, my name is Joe Burnich with Big West Marketing, and I hope to see you on the inside.